Hello, this is the Eye of the Swarm, and we have just defeated that stupid Colossus turtle. And we're gonna actually have a look at one of my favorite colossi in the game. But before we do that, let's hear Dorman's words about this Colossus. Take it away, old Divine One.
Thy next foe is an isolated sand dune. Its tracks are well hidden, shaking the earth. Its gaze is upon these.
Nice tips, old light one. Anyway, that now we must go to this isolated sand dune. But first, a quick look at the actual idol of this Colossus, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway, you will find it underneath this tree. And, well, let me introduce my favorite Colossus in the game. Or if you want to be more stingy about it, the land shark, or land sea serpent, or even just the giant sandworm. Now, let's get into this creature's concept designs, which are quite interesting. Well, this design is certainly very different to the final design. Looks more like an earthworm with a lot more spikes. Anyway, let's have a look at some other designs. The head looks surprisingly more similar to that turtle than anything else, but the larger spikes are a cool thing, and the eyes are still as creepy as ever. Though, there are some interesting features with the prototype, like how it was much smaller than before. Anyway, the last thing I want to say is this Colossus looks a lot cuter without its mouth. Anyway, now let's get into the size comparison. And he is around 16 meters high, around 20 meters wide, and unquestionably 94 meters long, so quite an impressive size. Now we move on to his name. The word Dirge means a sad song, or death in general. I think the Narga name is more suited for its creature type. Anyway, now let's move on to how you fight him. You first must stab him in the eye with bows and arrows, and wait until he gets caught into one of these walls. Then you just simply have to climb up. However, I must warn you, you can only do this on horseback because Dirge is surprisingly speedy, and you know what to do, stab the hell out of him when he's caught in this wall. However, you have to be quick, and there are 2 sigils on Dirge, so it's a bit harder than your other Colossus fights, and he will devour you if he was given the opportunity. Anyway, now let's see what he looks like as a corpse, and wow, he really has become merged with the sand. Even his blank expression looks like a bunch of rocks. If you didn't know anything about anatomy, you would easily mistake this for a pile of rocks with bushes growing. Anyway, now let's look at what I have done with this Colossus. The only thing I really added is a lower jaw, but I have to admit this looks pretty good. Anyway, now let's have a look at what this Colossus looks in the side, and well, not much really has changed, though there's one major change. I gave him a proper breath weapon, which is a powerful beam of energy, somewhat similar to Godzilla's atomic breath, which I think is pretty cool. Now, I need to talk about something a bit personal. If you want to know why I think this Colossus is my favorite, well, its aggressive nature, its burrowing capabilities, I think I can see a lot of potential in this Colossus. Anyway, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully we can see more in the future. But now, let's watch my favorite Colossus die.